Welcome back, Soul Tribe. For those of you new to my channel, welcome. Let's check the person in your energy collective. But before we do, I'd like to ask Spirit and Archangel Michael, protector of truth and light, stand before me, behind me, and beside me. Surround this space with your blue flame of protection. Remove all negative or deceptive energy. Allow only truth, clarity, and divine guidance to come through. I thank Spirit and the Archangel Michael for guarding this reading and this space. So it is. Amen. Okay, my dear soul tribe, let's check the vibe. Let's check the vibe. Now, remember, collective, this reading is general. If it doesn't resonate, please do not force it to fit. Okay, if you'd like a one-on-one, contact me. My information is in the bio. Okay, now remember, this is a general reading. Please do not force it to fit. If it's not your message, it's not your message, okay? Let it go or let it flow. One more shuffle. Okay, Spirit, spill it. What does the collective need to know about the person on their mind? Well, that was quick. Boundaries. I don't read these in reverse. Boundaries. You have your guard up, collective. You drew a line in the sand because you had enough of this situation. What else, Spirit? What's going on? Why did the collective draw a boundary? Which means you got your sword up, baby. You got your sword up. You got a new perspective on life. Okay? You have a clear head now. They broke your heart. More like shattered it. Okay? And because they shattered it, you have boundaries now. This person is clinging on to you like fleas on a dog. Okay? I'm sorry to use that analogy, but they're clinging on. They're clinging on. They're obsessing over you. They're spying on you every chance they get. And this person is deeply in love with you and believes that you are their soulmate, collective. This is a divine union. Wow, hitting the ground running. Tell me more, Spirit. Tell me more about the person on their mind. This person was distracted. Okay, there were some delays and that created a lot of sorrow. There was a sense of deep grief and loss because they ghosted you. And as a result, they withdrew. They withdrew. What happened? If they're your soulmate, why did they withdraw? Why did they go away? Tell me more, Spirit. Why did they withdraw? Wow. You're their divine feminine, collective. Remember, flip and switch the roles, soul tribe, okay? Divine feminines. We have counterparts here, divine counterparts, soulmates, and you are their divine feminine. Your person is coming to a breaking point. Okay? There's going to come a point where they're going to reach the final straw, like the straw that broke the camel's back, and they're not going to be able to stand it anymore, and they're going to have to come back. So after a time of deep reflection and being withdrawn, they're coming back. They're coming back. What? Attachments and third-party interference. That did it. That's exactly what distracted them, collective. They were distracted because there were third-party influences. There was somebody who was attached. And this came with, as a tremendous shock to you, okay, unexpected trouble that you did not anticipate and frankly did not deserve. And now they know that there's a finality because of their actions. Boom. Farewell. C'est la vie. There's closure. There's a finality that's beyond words. They didn't have to say shit to you because their actions by taking off and withdrawing from you That did it. Tell me more, Spirit. Yeah. Obscurity. There are a lot of secrets that you don't know about and that they're concealing. Tell me more, Spirit. They feel shallow. Okay, they feel shallow, hollow, empty inside. They're very bitter about how they left things. They have certain resentments and anger about it. They wish that things wouldn't have happened the way they did, and now they just want to escape. But before that, they were avoiding you, and now you blocked their ass. So now they want to escape and go backwards and run into your arms instead of running away from you. And they want to apologize and they seek your forgiveness. They want to return. They are so sorry, but karma is hitting them hard. Their consequences, collective, cause and effect. Okay? For every action, there's a reaction. And now they're receiving karma for what they did. They shattered you. You were left broken like a mirror. Okay? And they just took off. They were distracted by a third party energy and they ran. They left you without answers, without any closure, feeling like if it was your fault. So there was an unspoken finality because they took off. Now they're lusting after you. Okay? And they left you abandoned, and now they're the ones who feel abandoned. And they're going through a tremendous emotional storm. They are. Well, remember, they're receiving karma for everything they've done. What goes around comes around, baby. Now they're very unstable and they're going through a lot of turmoil. Tell me more, Spirit. There's a lot of upheaval, a lot of unstable energy around them, collective. Healing. You've healed. You've healed. You've moved on. You've released them. You've purified your soul. You've purged. Tell me more, Spirit. There's a confession that they want to tell you. They want to unveil. So throughout all this storm, they still want to confess. They want to apologize. They seek your forgiveness for running and ghosting you. That's their big confession, along with more, I feel. They ran, they ghosted you, they disappeared without a trace. That should be a program. I think it was without a trace. They ran from you, and now they're seeking forgiveness. Okay? They're very broken up about this. They left you and you felt abandoned, but now you're the one who's doing the abandoning. Tell me more, Spirit. Not on purpose. Mistakes were made from both sides, but now they're playing the victim. They feel misunderstood. Oh, baby. We've got everything. We got soulmates, divine feminine, and now twin flame. What? Twin flame. You are mirroring each other. Tell me more, Spirit. Wow. Now they've come to the realization that they messed up and they genuinely want to come back and they feel cursed. They feel that they're cursed, that someone did something to hex them, some kind of witchcraft, voodoo, hoodoo, something. They have a really negative mindset right now, collective. They live in the fantasies of you. Okay, you live rent free in this person's mind. Tell me more, Spirit. They believe that one day you will come together. At some point, you will be together. But in this mindset, collective, I'm no one to tell you what to do, and I am not. But this person right now is in very low vibration, very negative vibes, negative frequencies, and they feel that they've been cursed. Okay, so I'm letting you know, because some of you are not in contact. Some of you are in no contact, and some of you are in contact, but very little contact. So remember, keep this in mind. You might be talking to them. Some of you are in no contact, but do realize that they are coming to the realization that they screwed up. They want back in. They want to apologize. They want to return to you. They're receiving karma, and they really feel that the world has turned their back on them. Tell me more, Spirit. They're longing for you. They crave you badly. Tell me more. But they feel trapped in the situation that they're in. Remember, they put you in a third party situation. So now they're stuck, like Chuck, in this situation. They're held captive. And their pride and ego did not let them come back to you and tell you. But they do now. They want to confess everything that's been going on. Tell me more, Spirit. They have this obsession with you. And it's beyond infatuation. You made them feel things that they didn't even know existed. And they want to return for a second chance. They want to make amends. They can't live without you. And they really can't wrap their heads around the fact that you released their ass. That you let go and you moved on. Oh, yeah. They're feeling hopeless. They're falling apart, collective. They're falling apart. They're really going through it. They reminisce about the memories and the times that you shared together, and they dwell in the past. They can't move forward because they can't get over you. It's bittersweet for them because, again, their pride didn't let them move forward. They feel stuck and trapped where they're at right now. They feel like if they're being held captive, so they live in the memories of you. Okay, they feel hopeless and bound. They're falling apart, and their world around them is crumbling. Tell me more, Spirit. They're receiving clarity now. The truth. See, collective, they were afraid. They were afraid of feeling too much. They were afraid that what they felt was true love. And what they realize now is that it was. And it continues to be. So they received clarity. They see things clearly now. So even if they are feeling hopeless about their situation, they really are receiving clarity right now because they can see clearly that they are indeed in love with you. Excuse me. They are not, it wasn't imagined. It wasn't infatuation. It wasn't a fling. It was real. And that scared the hell out of them. And you were very trusting with them and very loyal. And they broke that trust. One more, Spirit. They broke that trust. And you don't know if you could ever trust them again. You were chasing them, and now the roles have reversed. They're doing the chasing. Because they want back in, remember? So they're doing the chaser. They were the runner, and now they're the chaser because it's only you. Boom. Only you, baby. Only you. They want a second chance. This is the second time. Second chance. They want to reconcile with you. They want to make amends. They want to make things happen. They want to be given an opportunity. And at the bottom of the deck, we have family. Fertility, parenthood, pregnancy. This person, because they involved you in a third party dynamic, there's a high probability that they have a family already with this karmic. And that's why they feel trapped, okay, and tied down and hopeless. And they don't know how to get out. So family, they might have been trapped into the family dynamics, if you get my drift. So that's a possibility for some of you. Now, that's a very specific message. Very, very specific. Please do not force it to fit if it does not resonate with you. Okay? All right. Let's go ahead and get some tarot. Let's get some tarot. Spirit, what does the collective need to know about the person on their mind of this situation? What does the collective need to know, Spirit? Nine of Swords. Okay. We have the Nine of Swords. We have the Six of Swords. Judgment, Four of Wands, and Ace of Cups. This person is living with deep anxiety. Okay, they're having nightmares. They've isolated themselves. They're in a very negative headspace. They're regretting everything that they've done. Okay, they want to move on from this hell that they're living, and they're torturing themselves. Okay, because they have a lot of anxiety of how they broke your heart and how you're most likely not going to give them a second chance, which is what they want. They want to reconcile with you. They want you to forgive them. They want to be given the chance to apologize to you. They want to move to calmer waters. They do. But they cannot do that until they have learned their karmic lesson, collective. So they fear that you really are going to let them have it. All right, there's judgment. So not only are they receiving karma, but they feel that you're really going to let the hammer fall. Okay, for what they did to you and how they broke your heart. But in their heart of hearts, collective, they want union with you. They want a home. They want marriage. Okay, they want happiness. They want a sense of belonging. They want to build a life with you. And of course, the Ace of Cups, they want to pour into you. This person has hidden their feelings so much that now they're overflowing, and you're the only one that brought peace. So this is new love. They want to start over with you. They really want to show their level of commitment, and they really want to show how much they do love and care for you. They've kept this hidden from you. That's one of the confessions that they have. And you know why they want to confess that to you now? Because they feel now more than ever that you are slipping through their fingers, and this time, you are not coming back. That if they lose you now, this Ace of Cups goes down the drain. They know there is a very small window of opportunity for them to be able to come to terms with their reality that they're going to have to say goodbye because you're not waiting. And there's nothing that they can do about it. They want a happily ever after. 10 of Cups. Wish fulfillment. They want it all. They want a house. They want to marry you. They want domestic harmony. They want a family with you, collective. So when this person comes back into your life, it's really ultimately up to you if you want to give them that second chance. Because you know it's coming. You know they're coming. Ace of Swords. Listen, you're cutting through the bullshit and they're receiving clarity. They didn't see clear before because of that third party situation, but now the Ace of Swords, they're slicing through it and the clarity is blinding. Okay? Blinding. They are forced to see the truth. They can see their love so clearly now. Where their mind before, there was a fog. Well, guess what? It's lifted. And the King of Swords, they try to remain moral, and they're serious and with their boundaries up. This person is a serious person, an authority figure. They're very strict. So this person is always guarded. But because they're always guarded, they never told you that they were in love with you. And that's part of the problem. Tell me more, Spirit. That's part of the problem. But now they're seeing things clearly. They know that they want a future with you. They want marriage. They want the house. They want the dog. They want everything. Okay, they want to pour into you. They want a new love. They want to start fresh. They want a new beginning. They don't want to start with all the bullshit and drama from the past. They want to leave it there and start fresh. A clean slate is what I'm hearing. Tell me more. Yeah, there were a lot of conflicts, collective, but they want to win at all costs. They don't care about the competitors. Okay, they do. But this person has built a cage around themselves. Okay, they feel trapped in their mind, and really nobody's keeping them there. And that situation that they put themselves in, nobody put them there. This person put themselves there. They're trapped. They can walk out the door at any time, collective, because free will does exist. And that's another thing. They're risking it all. If they take that leap, collective, they have two paths. Either stay where you are with the karmic, or go toward your divine feminine, your twin flame, your divine counterpart, your soulmate. They have two paths. But this person has free will, as do you. Okay, so they could be planning all these scenarios in their mind, but there's a big decision that they need to come to, because guess what? The universe is not going to let them continue in this karmic cycle or cycles. Okay, so this entrapment that they feel, they're going to have to wake up, because if not, the universe is going to go bam and wake their ass up with a lightning bolt and say, you know what, decide, or else I will decide for you. This person was very confused. They were very uncertain about the situation. They were. They lived in a dual modality. Okay, again, third party energy. It was revealed before, third party situation. And they thought that they could keep up with that, but they can't, because they are in heavy regret with what they did to you, because of the fact that they are indeed in love with you. Again, they're trapped in deep regret. They have high anxiety. They're getting karma. This person was filled with illusions, but again, we must not forget, they gain clarity. That's why they want to come back and apologize. And this is what they fear. Queen of Swords. Bam. You have your sword up, baby. You're like, either come correct or don't come at all. I don't want your sorry ass if you're coming with the same lame ass excuses. I don't need that. I don't need you. And if you're going to come with the same low vibrational energy, I don't want that in my life, because I am in a higher timeline now. That's what you're saying. That's why your sword is up. Tell me more, Spirit. That's right. That's exactly it. Stay with your sword up. You make this person feel like a fool. And I mean that as a terms of endearment. A fool meaning you make them feel like a high schooler again. Collective, they're putty in your hands. And if you didn't know that, you know it now. Putty in their hands. They want a new beginning. They want to take that leap. They do. But they juggled you. They juggled you, but again, they must make a decision. They can't live in two worlds anymore. They can't live in that fantasy world. And a tower is coming. There's chaos, and a tower will knock them off their ass, because the universe waits for no one. This person is holding on to dear life and to all the possessions, because they do not know how life will be with you. So they're holding on to the only thing that they know, in the foundation that they've built. This person always has received high validation from you that they don't receive anywhere else. But again, they feel like they're in constant battle. They feel like they're on the defensive all the time. Okay. In that household, they feel that they're always trying to one up somebody. Very defensive energy. They only had validation from you, but they're holding on to dear life. There will be a tower moment. Karma's already striking them, but there's going to be a huge tower moment that everything will crumble down, and there's nowhere to run. Nowhere to run. And they're going to be holding on to the wall like this, hoping that they could maintain the structure. But the universe is going to say, nice try. And it's going to crumble. Tell me more, Spirit. One more. And lastly, the sun will come out tomorrow. So after everything crumbles, after the tower falls, after everything comes down, there is still hope. And you are it. You're the hope. You're their tomorrow. You're their joy. You are their joy. Now let's go ahead and get some unsaid feelings of this person. If this person could tell you something right now, what would they tell you, collective? What would they share with you? Spirit, what does this person want to say to their love, to their twin flame, to their soulmate? To their soulmate. To their divine feminine. All these cards came out. All these cards here are validation. Tell me, Spirit, what does this person want to say to their divine counterpart? Tell me, Spirit. Anything else, Spirit? Let's see. I feel like a ton of bricks are falling on me. This lesson comes hard, and it landed by the tower. How appropriate. I am not ready to take off this mask. They're terrified, collective. They've been hiding behind a mask for so long that they don't know if you're going to accept the real them. This is a codependent relationship. They're codependent on that karmic relationship. That's why it's been so difficult to let go. I'm not ready to be vulnerable. Please give me more time. Again, they're terrified. It shows codependency. It shows their fear, their avoidance, and their ego. I'm attached. I'm attached to toxic behaviors. That's why it's so difficult for them to break cycles, along with the obligations and responsibilities that they do have because the family card came out. I feel tortured and fractured not talking to you. They're hurting, collective. They really are. Despite what you may think or feel, they are in pain. They feel tortured because they're away from you and they're not talking to you. I trust in the universe and divine timing. I am reacting from a place of my own fear. What did I say? This is validation of what I just said. They're so afraid. They're fearful. I feel that one of them flipped over. Yes, it did. Okay. We have. I have so much passion for you, but I hide it. Yes, they do. I am healed. I will come home soon. See, there's that hope coming through. I am realizing my truth. You are my destiny. Ooh. The song of Lionel Richie's coming to mind. You are my destiny. If you're not familiar with that song, it's only divulging my age. So I'm going to keep it there and leave it there. But if you have not heard that song by Lionel Richie, go ahead and check it out. You are my destiny. Just like this card says, I am realizing my truth. You are my destiny. It's a beautiful song. Check it out. This is weighing so heavy on me. Yes, because they're carrying heavy burdens. And especially what they have not said to you. I feel so empty. This world can't fulfill me. That also came out with the first oracle cards. They feel empty and hollow. Well, my dear soul tribe, I hope that this message has brought you the clarity that you need. Until next time, keep it real.